Coming to you from Roseville, Minnesota.
And our student at Roseville Area High School.
This is the RAHS Report, here to bring you the latest RAHS updates. I'm Nex.
And I'm Charles. Today is May 14th of 2025.
Today, we got information on the upcoming auto show, last hurrahs, 2026 Greece trip, and more.
But first, let's check out the rest of this week's weather with Rainy.
We've only got a couple of warm days ahead before it cools off into the 50s on Friday, and over the weekend, we can expect some evening storms on Thursday and Friday of this week. This afternoon will be a scorching when we leave school. It'll be mostly sunny at 88. Stay cool, Raiders.
Thanks, Remy. Now let's check in with Micah for a sports update.
Hey Raiders, I'm Micah. Let's dive into this week's sports. On Sunday, May 4th, girls flag football versus Tartan lost 14-19. Girls flag football versus North St. Paul won 25-6. On Monday, May 5th, boys lacrosse defeated Forest Lake 10-7. Baseball lost big to White Bear Lake 11-2. Softball lost to East Ridge 8-6. On Tuesday, May 6th, boys volleyball beat Forest Lake 3-1. Girls lacrosse won big over Forest Lake 14-3. Boys tennis versus Irondale won 6-1. Girls track and field won true team section and advanced to true team state. On Wednesday, May 7th, baseball lost big to Stillwater 17-2. Softball lost 8-2 to Forest Lake. Boys tennis versus White Bear Lake won 6-1. On Thursday, May 8th, boys volleyball swept Cretin-Derham Hall 3-0. Boys lacrosse lost big to Cretin-Derham Hall 12-4. Girls lacrosse lost a close one 8-7 to Cretin-Derham Hall. Ultimate Frisbee versus Minnetonka lost 12-15. On Friday, May 9th, baseball lost to Park 10-6. Softball lost a heartbreaker to White Bear Lake 2-1. Shout out to all our athletes and their hard work this week. Go Raiders!
Thanks, Micah. Now let's hear from our reporters with our announcements for the week.
The last hurrahs is the final week of May. We don't have school on Monday. Tuesday is everyone's favorite, Adam Sandler Day. Wednesday is Avid's College Wear Day. Thursday is Dress Your Grade, where 9th graders dress like babies, 10th graders dress like little kids, 11th graders dress as adults, 12th graders dress as senior citizens, and staff dress as students. Council will host the RAHS Field Day on Thursday, the 27th of May at 6 p.m. Teams can sign up using this QR code. Team submissions are due next week, Thursday. Hey, RAHS students.
Hey, RAHS students. The Auto Club is hosting an on-campus car show on Friday, May 16th. If you're interested in checking out all the cars at the car show, you should report to all classes on Friday.
As usual, and teachers who sign up will bring classes out of the show. The show will run until 3 for any students who wish to come but whose classes do not come out of the show. If you can plan on bringing a canned food item for RAHS Food Show. Hey RAHS students, summer strength and conditioning is open to all athletes who want to improve their overall athletic strength and fitness. Sessions run for 7 weeks through June 16th through August 7th. With 4 sessions a day based on what type of training you're interested in. The total cost is $200, which comes out about $7 per training.
Hey Raiders, reminder registration for the PSAT is due next Thursday. 10th graders can register now to take the test next October by scanning this QR code or following the link in the announcement slides on Schoology.
Hey RAHS students, All Girls Try Me Wrestling practice is this week, Monday through Wednesday, 3:15 to 5 p.m.
These practices will allow girls who may be interested in joining the wrestling team the chance to try out wrestling. The practices are open to all 6th through 11th graders and will be focused on basic moves, light drills, and games.
Hey y'all, registration for the 2026 Greece field trip opens next Thursday. All AP students registered for AP Humanities or Literature and Mythology next year will get first dibs. Scan this QR code to reserve for the info meeting or to learn more at tomorrow, Thursday at 6 p.m.
Now, it is time for RAHS Trivia when homerooms face off against each other to guess their correct answer and test their RAHS knowledge.
Last week we asked you, which RAHS staff members spent 20 years in the U.S. Coast Guard, with 5 of those being active duty and 15 in the reserves?
I guess this one wasn't really a secret since 90% of homeroom guests were correct, as Regis was. Mr. Stern, here's what he had to say.
So yeah, I mean, I went into the Coast Guard, which is one of the 6 branches of service, when I was like 25. I did 5 years of active duty time and then another 15 years of reserve, so a total of 20 years. Retired from it a couple of years ago. I started out, worked in Washington, D.C. for a couple of years, worked out in Seattle driving small boats, doing like homeland security protection for naval vessels and ferries, things like that. Ran search and rescue cases out in Seattle, and then like commercial vessel inspections things, and then moved here, did that more in reserve side in Milwaukee and then Duluth. Things I think would be useful for students to know would be all the military branches, they're not necessarily what you think they are, so by all means explore and investigate, right? We have a lot of preconceived notions, those may or may not be accurate. You can get great job experience related to leadership and management that can be good anywhere. Employers love when you have leadership and management experience. They pay a ton of money towards school. If you have 3 years of active duty time, they'll pay you, it's upwards of $150,000 to $250,000 towards 3 or 4 years of college that they can give you. They pay for my master's degree. Lots of also just wonderful job training stuff that you might stay with them for or go outside of the military, right? Computer stuff, law enforcement stuff, medical stuff, so many different things. So super cool experiences. I never would have considered it when I was in high school, so think about it now or later. I didn't go until I was 25.
Now on to this week's trivia. Which RAHS staff member has shaken hands with one president and one king?
Decide on your answer as a homeroom, scan the QR code, or click the link in the homeroom slides to submit your answer.
That's all for this week's report. Scan this QR code to tell us what song you want to hear during the credits next week. This song was submitted by Lost. It's You Do It Well by Saint Motel.
And I'm Charles.
And I'm next.
Thank you for tuning in for RAHS Report.
We'll see you next week, Raiders.
Bye.